When someone has been hurt, when someone's been wrong, they've suffered a financial loss, they've suffered a physical loss, they don't know where to turn. They don't know what to do, and usually they're at a point in their life where they don't even have the resources, and that's where we want to help.
Our attorneys have hundreds of years of combined experience in personal injury and pharmaceutical litigation. Contact us today at 844-794-7402.
Music is muted.
All right, folks. We're about to get underway here. Again, beautiful afternoon.
I'm going to tell you to hit that button. The green button. I'll tell you when. Okay, you can have that. I don't need it anymore.
All right, sound check confirmed. I'm so excited. Now I get to really get into it, now that I know people are listening to me. Coin toss. It all starts with the coin toss. Our captain for the game, for the match, is Aaron Boateng. He's just in. He wasn't available for our first match away at Sewegans, but I believe this is it's either his third or his fourth season with Pensacola FC, so it's great to have him back, assuming the captain's duties for this match. Pensacola in their home blue kit on your right on your screen. The visiting Valdosta team in a pink, I guess you would call that pink, fuchsia perhaps, I'm not sure. But they'll be on the left side of your screen there. I'm looking for the Pelicans to get off to a fast start this afternoon. Warm afternoon, not too hot, but warm, and in this kind of weather, it's good to get up early and then apply the pressure, kind of break the spirit, if you will. Pensacola setting up in its normal 4-3-3. And we're off.
Good job, Pat. But don't touch it again. The clock doesn't stop in soccer.
Valdosta looking to combine through the middle early on. Through ball down the left channel. It'll make its way to Gabby Mendoza, our returning keeper from last year. Both keepers, Cooper Jennings and Gabby Mendoza, back from last year. Wow. That's João Ribeiro on the ball. Dudu Pampolini. Back to Mendoza. Mendoza out to Boateng. They'll swing up the right side. Ball comes into one of our newcomers, Nacho. Comes the overlap. Al-Shabat swinging the ball in. Back post. And there's the early goal. Just what the Pelicans were looking for.
Pensacola FC.
Beautiful service from Al-Shabat. Finds our hat trick scorer from the other night. And Bruno just cannot stop scoring.
Bruno Marquez. Assist. Al-Shabat.
2 games, 4 goals. That kid is on fire.
There you go. Don't touch anything else.
That was a beautiful cross from Al-Shabat on the overlap. And I'll tell you, you players that are watching out there, always attack the near post and the far post. And that was a classic example right there, is that cross curved, got into the back post. It was a pretty simple header in the end, but the work was done earlier with the good movement, the good run, and the good ball. There's a long searching ball. That ball will fall to Mendoza's feet.
Relay whatever you say.
April listened to you yesterday. She said she really enjoyed it. She had California
Good.
last night games.
Very good. Al-Shabat into Pampolini. He finds Pereira. Oh, well done. Checked his run. That's Hernandez. Hernandez off the post. Oh, my. Fontenot unable to redirect the ball off the post into a relatively open goal. But I'll tell you what, the Pelicans finding some joy early on. Valdosta playing a fairly flat back four. And Pensacola has got some speed in Hernandez on the left and Fontenot on the right. They may be playing with fire.
Somebody's want to draw it. Yeah, I like this part. The pink team can't draw it.
Well, it was our ball, so.
Pereira picks up the loose ball.
I can't answer
Oop.
your questions on
Loose touch, though.
Pay attention.
That ball
Feels good. I got him. Look at you.
played back to Boateng.
Well, that's a good team. Don't take it. Man,
Pampolini cleaning up. Boateng will play back to Mendoza. And we'll swing it out the left side. And now we'll test the right side. Huh? Yeah, I don't know where the other.
Who scored a goal?
Bruno.
Bruno's on this time.
Another through ball here. Hernandez is going to win that race for pace.
Oh, that guy.
Lays it back. Al-Shabat.
No.
And that'll bring up the first corner for Pensacola.
Ball out brings up the first corner kick of the game. Brought to you as always by Morgan Stanley, the Keller Group, helping clients reach their financial goals
I don't know where
for
the
over
other mic
25
is.
years.
Oh.
when this thing goes to 45.
He'll stop when it gets close, all right? Don't touch it. That's all you got to remember. Yep. What's up, brother? This is my oldest son.
Oh, how are you?
Yeah.
Say, hey, this is Patton. This is Coach.
There's one thing for our team.
Yep.
All right, I'm joined in the press box now by my co-host from last night, Felipe Lawal. Welcome, Felipe.
Hello, everybody. So far, so good. 1-0, early. Trying to set the tone. Looks for an exciting game.
Nacho picking up the ball. Room to work. Finds Pereira. Pereira says, why not? Good save by Valdosta there. Can't give a player like Marcus Pereira that much time and space.
Another corner kick brought to you by Morgan Stanley, the Keller Group.
Pereira, one of our Brazilian connection, has had a fantastic career at University of West Florida. Looks like Pereira will serve the ball in. That ball gets all the way through. Nobody home.
Oh, that got him.
And another shot. Save for Valdosta. Pelicans win it right back again. Everybody's getting in on the action.
But nobody's like, I think somebody pushed him out. Somebody had away.
Achi with the shot there.
Dude, that guy gets so high.
Nacho picks up the loose ball. Finds Pereira. Pereira to Marquez. Ball comes out wide to, looks like Pampolini out there.
Dude, that guy is like hit far.
Pensacola regrouping.
Just go get it to the goal. Yeah, the goalie can get out of the space if they want to.
Ribeiro.
Oh, dude.
Ball sent down the right channel. That's a physical battle that you're not going to win too often against Ribeiro.
Oh, man, that guy's.
Oh, no, referee.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah, that guy got pushed. I saw him push him. It's like this.
Tell him,
That was what we call a soft foul. In adult soccer, anyways.
I'm ready for losing.
That's right.
Well, free kick for Valdosta just inside the Pelican half. I wonder if I can actually go over here. Gonna see if they can hear me when I go in here. All right, we're trying something out as we move over into the adjoining press box, hoping that the sound is still working. Hernandez looks like he's in. And goal! I'm not sure whether that ball already crossed the line. That might have been one of those ones, Felipe, where Hernandez, I think his ball's going in, and Al-Shabat says, I just want to get a little touch. I want to get my name on the score sheet.
Yeah, that was hard to tell if it was cross or not. And then I think there's the Valdosta players are talking about being offsides.
Yeah.
But We take that goal. Looks like Kendrick got the goal, so we give it to him.
Get my- It's actually a lot easier to see in here. So. All right, Pelicans up 2-0 with just over 10 minutes gone in the first half. Just the kind of start we were looking for. There's Pereira picking up the loose ball. He glides past his defender, finds Hernandez out on the left. Hernandez squares up. A little loose pass there. It'll go into touch for a throw for your Pelicans. That was not a corner? Wow. Hi. Get chairs. Well done, Boateng. Seals off his defender. Ball goes back to Gabby, our keeper. Bocce into Pereira. Pereira with a nice ball, just a little too much there for Fontenot to catch up with. Valdosta looking to get a little joy in the attack. Another soft foul there. That ball sent down the left channel. Valdosta attacker with a little bit of room there. But that's well done by Boateng. He cuts that out and finds Pampolini. Al-Shabat to Pereira. That one might be a little bit. Yep. Yeah, it was close. It was close, but. Ooh. Marquez looking to add to his already impressive tally. 4 goals in a game in 15 minutes. Nacho cuts that one out, sending Pereira through. Pereira holds off one defender. Nacho unable to beat his defender. That's nicely controlled there by Bocce. He'll swing it across to Al-Shabat. He'll combine with Hernandez. And the Pelicans settle it down once again. I was saying earlier, Felipe, Valdosta, they play a very flat, very high back four. Kind of dangerous against a team like the Pelicans with the speed that we've got on the wings.
Yes, I think we saw a couple of tries from Marcus to trying to find the forwards and Kendrick and Sai, and I think he just was a little unlucky on the couple offsides, but I think they're going to about to get punished.
Goal! Was that Bruno again? It sure was. As I think that's another assist from Fontenot. Oh, I guess the last one was from Hernandez. Now that's an assist from Fontenot. He finds Marquez. That's about as easy a goal as you're going to get at this level. That's now 5 goals for Bruno Marquez in 1 game and 15 minutes. So Felipe, on a day like this when and it's early still, so anything can happen. I don't want to be disrespectful, but on a day like this when you get up early and maybe you feel good about it, as a coach, what are you telling your players to kind of keep their concentration and get something out of this? What kind of instruction are you giving from the sideline at this point?
Yes, like you said, the game is very early still, but it looks like that we're the better side on this one, and I think the most important thing is trying to stay focused, play serious, play the way we've been training, keep doing the stuff that we're working on it, because we always can get something out of this game, because you're always going to be a next one. So I think we're going to see a lot of subs, during halftime, maybe next second half, and we can see, who the other players that can kind of contribute and keep doing well for us for the games to come.
That's well worked down the left side. Pampolini, I think it was, that played the nice ball to Al-Shabaab, who was overlapping from his left back position, played the ball into the near post. Hernandez made the run, just couldn't redirect it on goal. But if you're watching at home, that's what you want to. That's the pattern you want to draw up right there. That was very nice, nicely worked. Ball sent into the left channel. Boateng there to clean it up. He'll play it back to Gabby. We'll start it out, swing to the left side. Again, Valdosta with that just really high flat back line. I mean, if you're the other team, Felipe, you train and you play one way, but you kind of got to maybe adjust to what's on the field. I just don't know if that's the approach that really works for them in this game.
Yeah, and then for the Pensacola FC, you gotta take what they give it to you. They give the big high line. I think we're gonna start seeing some balls over the top, and we can see a couple breakaways in this game.
It's onside. Boateng cleans up to Pampolini. Dudu looking to get in the box. A rare foray forward for Pampolini. Good ball as he tried to find Pereira. That UWF combination. Fontenot, very nice. Nice feet from Pereira. Oh, that's a heck of a save for Valdosta's keeper. Pereira thought he was on the scoreboard. Oh, that was Bruno. Oh, okay. No, that was Marcus. Oh. All right. Well, maybe I just want somebody else to get on the scoreboard, Felipe. How about that?
They kind of look like from far away, though. Same kind of hairstyle. That's Marcus.
Thank you.
That's Marcus.
Oh! It's a shooting gallery, folks. Ball swung out left. Al-Shabaab will find Hernandez. Hernandez beats one, sends the ball in. Big ball goes all the way through to Fontenot. Oh, he's just offside. Valdosta with the quick restart. But Pensacola will clean it up as we go back to Gabby. Gabby will swing it out left. So with that high back line, oh, there's a good ball. With that high back line, Felipe, there's a couple different approaches to breaking that down. For maybe our younger viewers or those that are trying to learn the game, what would you be telling your players as to how to break that high back line? What are a couple of the techniques you might use to to penetrate a high back line like that?
I think the most important one is to play forward, back, and through. And then one of the midfielders would be most likely make the runs like Marcus about to score right now. So that's the most important one because the back of the line is so high. So normally the strikers, the wingers will most likely be offsides because it'll be so tight. So if you get a run from in behind, maybe the outside back, making a run like we see Bachi making the run right there, and then could quietly connect the pass. But if a midfielder make a run over, they'll be very successful. It just happened to Marcus right now. He almost got their goal.
That deep run and the other thing about it, and you'll see this with forwards too. It's all about can you build up a head of steam, if you will, some momentum, right? So as you're breaking through that line, if the defender has to turn and start running and you're already at full speed, you're going to break through. So the other thing that you might see that you might coach is you might tell your forwards to run down the line, right? To do some interchanging. So your forward comes out wide, your winger comes in, he's running parallel to the line and then is able to dart in. He's already got a head of steam up, but something that you can't start from a static position.
Yes, that's 100%. You're 100% correct on that one. And then also the team has to be patient. Got to move the ball, and then wait for the right moment to play that through ball.
For sure. Looks like Pereira's okay there. Not sure if the referee just thought it was inadvertent, but it was pretty clear that Pereira took a shot to the ankle. There's Fontenot with the ball, attacking down the right. He'll go one-on-one, goes wide, clips it back into a dangerous position. Nacho cleaning it up. Good interception from Valdosta as they look to attack. Nacho into Bruno, out wide to Kendrick. Bruno looking to just get beyond his man, and he does a great job of it. What? It's like a highlight reel here, folks. Marquez with the Rabona. That was Gareth Bale-esque for those of you who are Gareth Bale fans. I think one of the most famous goals I saw like that actually was by Eric Lamela. See who knows that reference. Ribeiro out to Al-Shabat. Al-Shabat swings it in with his left foot. That ball gets through easily.
Oh, no.
What?
Oh, my God.
Bachi! What are we seeing, folks?
It's just mean.
That you talk about your highlight goals. Bachi juggles the ball to himself, goes full bicycle. Yeah, I think we've already seen 2 or 3 candidates for goal of the year. Who knows what's ahead of us? Truthfully, it ought to be 2 or 3 more easily by now. But as it is, we're at 24 minutes in, and it is 4-0 Pelicans. Looks like Pensacola has moved a couple players around as Marquez is over on the right now with Fontenot through the middle. Bachi steaming forward. Pereira says, no, son, you've already had your chance. Pelini out to Ribeiro. El Shabbat, Hernandez. Hernandez says, why not? As he steams down the left flank. Cuts it in. And that ball will go out for a Pelican corner. Got a couple other guest commentators up here in the box. We've got goal! Aaron Boateng from his center back position says, thank you very much. I'll take one too. A couple other guest commentators, I was about to say. Insightful commentators. We've got Layla Whitkin.
Hello.
And Graham Newsom.
Hi.
Yeah, Felipe, I mean, I think you and I have both been in the game a long time, and I've certainly been on both sides of a game like this. It's hard to know what to say, especially if you're Valdosta's team and coach, you know, hard to really.
Yeah,
sure
I
what's
think
happening.
now the game is getting a point. There's a tough spot for everyone because, you know, Valdosta losing a little bit of their intensity, and Pensacola hopefully can keep their heads in the game and stay focused and keep doing what they're doing. I like the aggressiveness of Pensacola, though. They still pressing high, you know, with Boateng being back there. They kind of push, you know, the wingers higher. You know, Dudu playing as a center mid for this game is also a little change from the last game.
Yep.
So looking good, looking good.
And I'll say this. I mean, I know that sometimes, you know, people will say, well, just, you know, take it easy on them. Just don't try to score. I've always been of the opinion that, frankly, that's even more disrespectful than scoring. Like, we're out here to play a game. This is a high-level competition. Guys have traveled here. You know, both teams need to continue to play soccer. And if that means that Pensacola scores, they score. Pensacola's goals are, you know, to win this league, and they need to use every opportunity, every game to be sharp, to work on the things they work on. We're not here, you know, we're not here to make people feel better.
I totally agree. And also, look at the standings. You know, Tallahassee got 2 games, so they also won by, I think it was 7 goals and 7 goals on that both games. So Pensacola FC to be on the top of the league, they need to get the goals to get the goal differential, if I'm not wrong.
I believe you're right. Just continue to play that high line. Jeez. Yeah, apparently that last goal was determined to be Boateng's goal. Somebody was offside. I know it wasn't Boateng, so I'm really not sure how that's possible.
I think there was a
How about that one? Onside. All right. Marquez.
that was Bruno. Bruno, man.
Yeah. Bruno. Marquez. Is that?
It's Bruno, right?
Six goals now?
6 goals in 2 games, man.
6 goals in 2 games. Okay. I mean, you typically wouldn't see subs in the first half, Felipe. I don't, you know, you got to wait till at least halftime, huh?
I mean, not necessarily, but that's kind of the pattern. I think we'll see a lot of subs at the halftime. Still another 15 minutes to go. I'm pretty sure Coach Dino still, his starters to get, keep building that chemistry. Like we see Boateng is brand new to the back line. Eduardo playing in the middle. So I think they use the rest of the half to keep the team, gel more and more and more, build the chemistry. Looking forward for the next games.
Yeah, we do have some. Again, we've got some new folks on the bench that I'm actually pretty excited to see. One young man in particular that I've been looking forward to his debut is Balin Young. Balin joining us from Davidson University in North Carolina, where he's been the captain of their team. And so hopefully we'll see him in the second half, see what he brings to the table. One of the unfortunate things this year is we're going to lose due to Pampolini, who's returning home to Brazil in another few weeks. So that'll be a big miss for Pensacola, and part of why I'm interested to see Young and see what he can bring to the table. A little bit of different players. I understand it. Young's more of a number 10, attacking mid, due to more of a holding mid or a center half. Ball, attempted through ball there, goes to Boateng. Hernandez dropping deep to get this ball. He'll play out wide to Al-Shabat. Nacho over to Boateng. Over to Bocci. Pensacola just being patient now, keeping the ball. That's what Coach Lawal was saying earlier. Be patient, pick your spots. Like to see a little bit more of an interchange there. There we go. That was Fontenot timing his run. That was well done. But credit to Valdosta there as they defended well. Here comes Pereira once again, though. Into Bruno. Bruno out wide to Bocci. Now we see Hernandez over on the right side of the field. That's cool. Pelican players finding a little freedom of movement, interchanging. One of the things that, particularly among your forward line, that I like to see. I don't know about you, Felipe. I like to see, especially those wingers. They may try the other side, give the defender something different to think about. Maybe you have a little bit of a different pace, a different approach to the game. Helps keep them guessing.
Yeah, it's always important, when you have players that have the capability to play in different sides and different positions, and the interchange always give our team a different perspective of playing out, and then obviously the other team a little bit of confusion and always guessing who's coming, where, how. So Pensacola's doing a very good job on that today.
Valdosta looking to put a little attack together, but that's cut out. Here's Hernandez. Oh, wow. Oh, good cross there. Al-Shabat, I like what I've seen from this young man streaking down the left. He's put in several good crosses. He put in the first one that resulted in an easy goal for Bruno Marquez, and that was a ball that was begging for someone to get on the end of it.
Yeah, there's one thing that the Pensacola team is doing really well today is having both of the outside backs join the attack, and both on the left and the right. And like you said, giving some really good crosses for the attackings that are making runs.
with the big ball. Is that wide? Bocce. Combines with Fontenot. Fontenot gets around the corner. And that ball goes out for a corner for the Pelicans. There's more chairs over there. So Pereira coming out to take this corner. In that first game against the Wiegans, we saw Bruno Marquez with an unbelievable scissor kick goal. That's well done by Ribeiro. Boateng lining one up. Oh, yes, and that one was offsides. That was a good effort, though. I think Pereira says, no, it was not offsides, but offsides is the call on the field, and that is, we have no VAR here, folks, so that's what we're going to be living with. Pampolini. Oh, Fontenot says, Fontenot says, you're not gonna take this one away from me. Wow.
That was a great finish, left-footed by Cy Fontenot.
That was a banger.
Upper 90.
That no one was stopping that goal. Fontenot not to be denied there. And that sees your Pelicans go up 6-0 here with just under 38 minutes in the half. Okay. Valdosta looking maybe to get on the stat sheet. She takes a shot from the kickoff. Interesting. Mendoza, swing it out wide to Al-Shabat. He'll find Pereira. Pereira turns. Yeah, he was looking for his through ball there. Pelicans, quick restart. They'll swing it out right. And here we go again. A little bit of a misstep there by Boateng, but he recovers. Ribeiro out to Hernandez. He'll combine with Marquez. Back to Hernandez to Pereira. Pereira still looking to get on the goal. Oh. Wow! He does so emphatically. Another highlight reel goal as Pereira sends a bending ball into the upper 90 where Fontenot's was just absolutely smashed. That one was hit with power and finesse.
Yeah, we've been witnessing some beautiful goals today.
We really
from
have.
all over the place. We have a to-yourself bicycle kick, 2 upper 90s, couple good. That's been fun to watch it. So if you're not here, you need to start come checking out this Pensacola's team to play. They are very fun to watch it.
Getting a whole season's worth of highlight goals this afternoon, folks. I don't think they're done yet. Here comes Fontenot. Again, he's in. Fontenot lays it back. Al-Shabat. Oh, just wide. Pereira said, let me show you how to do that, son. Comes Valdosta, trying to tack down this right wing. Nice turn there by Valdosta's number 7. He beat Al-Shabat with a fine turn. Forced Pampolini to come over and cover, but he picks up a foul. And that'll give Valdosta a free kick just near Pensacola's attacking third. About 41.5 minutes into the first half here. It's a rare opportunity for Valdosta to attack. Left footer swung in. Easily dealt with, though. And Pereira cleans up. Comes out to Hernandez. Hernandez. I don't know if there's a... Uh-oh. Not sure what happened there. Valdosta's keeper. Maybe just a misstep. There was no collision there. Not sure what happened. Folks, if you're watching at halftime, stay tuned. We're going to be honoring some of our local area seniors. And yeah, no, again, I didn't see any contact there, which sometimes those are the worst injuries, actually.
And looking at their bench, doesn't look like they have a backup goalkeeper.
Yeah. I did not see any contact at all. I'm not sure. He does not look like he's necessarily walking this one off either. Kind of grabbing his hamstring and his knee. Yeah, this is not looking great for Valdosta's keeper, as he's not able to put any weight on that left leg apparently. So yeah, this will be as a field player, this is not a situation you like, where somebody's going to have to get drafted, put on gloves, especially in a game like this where you're likely to face quite a few shots.
Yeah, it'll be interesting how Valdosta will adjust to this one. We'll see. There's not much movement in the bench. Anybody changing? I think they have a hope that the goalkeeper will come back from that, but he started to walk a little better.
Yeah.
So let's hope nothing serious happen and he'll be back.
Maybe the magic sponge or the magic spray. That'll do it.
The splash of water always help.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think so. So we're going to do a couple things at halftime. So when the half ends, I'll grab the mic and
They're getting the goal.
we don't know who the goalie is going to be.
They're putting on, somebody's put the shirt on.
I'm not sure. Not sure it's going to matter.
I think it's a one pink person.
Yeah, one pink person is now wearing a green shirt. If it's really enthusiastic, that doesn't go with his assignment.
It's a tough situation, folks, when you're a field player and you're being asked to help out your team and step in goal. Never an easy task, especially on a day like this when you're almost certainly going to face a bevy of shots. Obviously going to have some extra time here, folks, as we have a lengthy stoppage while Valdosta's changed its keeper. So we've got the clock, the stadium clock is stopped and time's being kept on the field. Hard to know. I would guess at least another 5 minutes or so until we get to the halftime whistle. Get at, oh, I guess a long shot there. I'm not sure. Maybe it was a through ball. So as I was telling you folks at halftime, we'll be honoring some of our standout senior area players on the men's and women's side. Here comes Fontenot streaking down the right side again. Welcome to the game, Valdosta's new keeper. He has forced into action right away. Bocce to Pereira. Pereira to Marquez. Marquez to Hernandez. Al-Shabat calling for the ball. We'll send it back to Hernandez. And I guess that's halftime.
And we've reached the half with your score: Pensacola FC 7, Valdosta FC 0.
I'll take a break here on the stream, guys, as I'm going to do some in-stadium announcing, and I'll be back with you in 10 or 12 minutes or so. You want to kill?
Whether you're a beginner coach or a seasoned professional, one thing remains the same: the passion to teach and inspire the next generation of players. Now imagine a place where you could share your coaching knowledge, connect with others, and create a lasting impact. Welcome to the ultimate coaching community, where coaches from all levels can create and share their own courses. Whether you have years of experience or you're just getting started, this is your chance to make your voice heard. Create your own personalized courses, share drills, strategies, and tips, and watch as your knowledge reaches coaches from all corners of the soccer world. With a platform designed for sharing, learning, and growing, you're not just teaching the game, you're creating a community of like-minded coaches, all striving to be the best they can be. Together, we'll elevate the game and support one another to be better, stronger coaches.
In our online world, we have access to endless communication channels. But despite our online connections, one dynamic will always separate the value in a phone call from an email, and that's relationship. Growing businesses and customer relationships live and die by the phone system, and an enterprise phone solution is the key to bridging the communication gap between you and your customers. At Spectrum VoIP, we exist to make sure your communication is seamless, consistent, and reliable. With simple pricing and reliable support, we dramatically reduce your telecommunication expenses. We come to you to install, train, and onboard your team, and our 24/7 support team is always available to help. Our interactive web portal has endless features that include the real-time data you need, the ability to record, download, and re-listen to phone calls, and sending SMS text messages straight from your computer. And the best part is that all of this is available in the palm of your hand. Since reliability is one of your top priorities, we make it one of ours. So what makes us different? We don't just connect your phones. We power your connection with your customers, your team, and your next level as a business.
When someone has been hurt, when someone's been wrong, they've suffered a financial loss, they've suffered a physical loss, they don't know where to turn. They don't know what to do, and usually they're at a point in their life where they don't even have the resources, and that's where we want to help.
Our attorneys have hundreds of years of combined experience in personal injury and pharmaceutical litigation. Contact us today at 844-794-7402.
You give it, Doug.
When termites show up, so do we. Terminix it.
Whether you're a beginner coach or a seasoned professional, one thing remains the same: the passion to teach and inspire the next generation of players. Now imagine a place where you could share your coaching knowledge, connect with others, and create a lasting impact. Welcome to the ultimate coaching community, where coaches from all levels can create and share their own courses. Whether you have years of experience or you're just getting started, this is your chance to make your voice heard. Create your own personalized courses, share drills, strategies, and tips, and watch as your knowledge reaches coaches from all corners of the soccer world. With a platform designed for sharing, learning, and growing, you're not just teaching the game, you're creating a community of like-minded coaches all striving to be the best they can be. Together, we'll elevate the game and support one another to be better, stronger coaches.
In our online world, we have access to endless communication channels. But despite our online connections, one dynamic will always separate the value in a phone call from an email, and that's relationship. Growing businesses and customer relationships live and die by the phone system, and an enterprise phone solution is the key to bridging the communication gap between you and your customers. At Spectrum VoIP, we exist to make sure your communication is seamless, consistent, and reliable. With simple pricing and reliable support, we dramatically reduce your telecommunication expenses. We come to you to install, train, and onboard your team, and our 24/7 support team is always available to help. Our interactive web portal has endless features that include the real-time data you need, the ability to record, download, and re-listen to phone calls, and sending SMS text messages straight from your computer. And the best part is that all of this is available in the palm of your hand. Since reliability is one of your top priorities, we make it one of ours. So what makes us different? We don't just connect your phones. We power your connection with your customers, your team, and your next level as a business.
When someone has been hurt, when someone's been wrong, they've suffered a financial loss, they've suffered a physical loss, they don't know where to turn. They don't know what to do, and usually they're at a point in their life where they don't even have the resources, and that's where we want to help.
Our attorneys have hundreds of years of combined experience in personal injury and pharmaceutical litigation. Contact us today at 844-794-7402.
You get it done.
When termites show up, so do we. Terminix it.
Whether you're a beginner coach or a seasoned professional, one thing remains the same: the passion to teach and inspire the next generation of players. Now imagine a place where you could share your coaching knowledge, connect with others, and create a lasting impact. Welcome to the ultimate coaching community, where coaches from all levels can create and share their own courses. Whether you have years of experience or you're just getting started, this is your chance to make your voice heard. Create your own personalized courses, share drills, strategies, and tips, and watch as your knowledge reaches coaches from all corners of the soccer world. With a platform designed for sharing, learning, and growing, you're not just teaching the game, you're creating a community of like-minded coaches, all striving to be the best they can be. Together, we'll elevate the game and support one another to be better, stronger coaches.
In our online world, we have access to endless communication channels. But despite our online connections, one dynamic will always separate the value in a phone call from an email, and that's relationship. Growing businesses and customer relationships live and die by the phone system, and an enterprise phone solution is the key to bridging the communication gap between you and your customers. At Spectrum VoIP, we exist to make sure your communication is seamless, consistent, and reliable. With simple pricing and reliable support, we dramatically reduce your telecommunication expenses. We come to you to install, train, and onboard your team, and our 24/7 support team is always available to help. Our interactive web portal has endless features that include the real-time data you need, the ability to record, download, and re-listen to phone calls, and sending SMS text messages straight from your computer. And the best part is that all of this is available in the palm of your hand. Since reliability is one of your top priorities, we make it one of ours. So what makes us different? We don't just connect your phones. We power your connection with your customers, your team, and your next level as a business.
When someone has been hurt, when someone's been wrong, they've suffered a financial loss, they've suffered a physical loss, they don't know where to turn. They don't know what to do, and usually they're at a point in their life where they don't even have the resources, and that's where we want to help.
Our attorneys have hundreds of years of combined experience in personal injury and pharmaceutical litigation. Contact us today at 844-794-7402.
My aunt lives in Louisiana out in the country, and she had a bunch of pet ducks that some foxes kept killing off. And she got angry and she went and bought a giant French goose. And then she actually we saw it, we were there when it happened. They made a sound like that and all the foxes were running away.
All right, folks, we are back, getting ready for the start of the second half. Well, you got the clock and everything?
Yeah, we can.
We'll get ready for the second half kickoff here. Looking out to see if I can tell what changes we have.
Yeah, they're not nice. They get those big wingspans, they do that. And then
They got start running. They're not that fast.
In the back, I'm looking from the back to the front. I see still Bachi, Boateng, Ribeiro. Looks like most of the same players. I do see Balin Young. I mentioned him. Looks like he's come on in place of Bruno Marquez, along with Axel Ambrose. So I only see those two changes right now. And yeah, it's so Balin Young playing the 9 in place of Bruno Marquez. And Axel comes in, and he looks like he's playing kind of the attacking mid role. Maybe looks like Marcus Pereira has stepped off. Through ball to Fontenot. That ball takes a bad bounce. Young's first touch. Young will play out wide to Bocce. Bocce to Nacho. To Young. Back to Bocce.
I've never had that happen.
Swing over to the left side and try attacking down that side now. Ball played out to Hernandez. Hernandez with a heavy touch, and that ball go out for a throw.
Well, they've got, they're only got us at like 30 some odd seconds in on the stream.
There we go. They're more like it.
Close enough for government work.
That is the weirdest thing that it won't start on 45.
But actually, that's the start at
Even the clock like it should be
46.
over.
That's the start at 46.
Turn it. Make sure it's okay. So, Felipe, I've seen a couple subs. We got kid I was talking about. I was excited to see. We've got Balin Young in. He's come in for Bruno Marquez. And then we've got Axel. Looks like he's come in for Marcus Pereira. So kind of our 9 and our 10, if you will. So it'll be good to see what these guys bring to the game.
Yeah, I think that's a perfect game to make the change and see the new guys that just arrived and see how they start blended in with the team. And like I said, I think there's a very important game to build some chemistry because we have a big game midweek. I think we're going to GAFA, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah,
That should be
Wednesday.
That
Away
should
at
be
GAFA.
should be a tough game. Playing away is always hard. So we'll see what those boys bring to the table.
There's Axel on the ball. Sends it through to Hernandez. A little too heavy. Ball goes out into touch. I don't know if that's yours. Okay. Bocce into Fontenot. Ooh, wow. That was one of those tackles where if you get the ball, it looks good. If you don't, it's probably a red card. Oh, man. Bocce, looking for another highlight reel moment. It was Valdosta's left back leaping off of his feet to go into a 2-footed tackle with Fontenot. Fortunately, Fontenot doesn't get injured there. Well done. One of the things about Pampolini that our young players and fans can appreciate, he's always calm in a sea of frenetic energy. He's calm on the ball. That's experience and just kind of the style of player that he is. He's been a great contributor for UWF and also for our Pelicans.
Yeah, coaching for 4 years, sometimes too calm. Little nerve-wracking, but he had all the confidence in the world. So that's, like you said, it's very, very cool to see how calm he is on the ball and never panicking. And I think comes from his futsal background.
Yes.
Since he's played there, growing up and used to dealing with some tough situations, very tight spaces.
Yes, yes. Yeah, for those of you, again, that don't know, Felipe, here with me in the box. He's from Brazil, and has been great in terms of developing a pipeline of players. And one of the things about the players coming from Brazil is they play a ton of futsal, maybe exclusively futsal until they're a little bit older. And again, for those of you that don't know, futsal is soccer, typically played on a hard surface with small spaces. So a lot of quick decision making, a lot of need for really tight control, and that's, I think, part of how a lot of Brazilian players develop that close control and that calmness. Ooh. Nacho takes a good knock there. Boateng snuffs out the Valdosta attack. Wow. Now, what we don't want to see here is teams get frustrated, and we don't want to see any injuries. And so we've seen a couple of pretty heavy challenges here in the first 5 minutes from Valdosta, and I don't want to see the game go that way.
Yeah, that's what we talk about in the first half. That Pensacola needs to keep focus and take the game seriously to the last whistle and move the ball fast and keep doing what they've been doing. You don't need to keep holding the ball for too long, because that's when those crazy tackles happen.
Pampolini getting up the field. What's he going to do with himself? There goes Fontenot. Cuts the ball back. Here's Axel. Axel, a little shake and bake. Sends the ball on frame. And again, for those of you that maybe are tuning in late, Valdosta's had to make a keeper change. I don't know if the young man in the goal now is somebody who plays keeper for them. He appeared to be a field player that got drafted. But difficult under the best of circumstances to step in and face the onslaught. Left-footed corner swung in. Bocce looking for another highlight reel goal. Hernandez will win that back. Al-Shabat over here on the right wing now. Swinging crosses in with his right foot after being so effective swinging him in with his left. It's great to see. I love players that can play with both feet. There's Balin Young looking for his. I'm sure he's looking to get on the score sheet. New to the team. Pampolini will just put his foot on the ball and slow things down. Axel bounces it out wide. Out to Ribeiro. Young just not able to get on the end of that cross. A dangerous cross. That was Boateng streaking down the left wing. That's your center back, folks. Not sure if that was by design or if he just decided to have a little walkabout, but fine ball played in there from Aaron Boateng. That ball laid back to Nacho. Nacho. There's your 6 trying to be creative with his feet. Maybe he should just go back to passing the ball left and right, huh, Felipe?
Yep. You're 6 for a reason.
Yeah, we've got Pelican players all over the place. As now I see Ribeiro wandering into the middle of the field. All right. some looks like we're watching a rondo here as the Pelican players just 1 and 2 touch it around. Nothing in that. Comes Bocce. Bocce to Axel. Axel maybe lining up a shot, and he hits it well, but Valdosta's backup keeper with sure hands. Well, something of a moral victory here for Valdosta as we're 10 minutes into the second half, and Pelicans haven't been able to ripple the net.
Yeah, I think on the side of Valdosta, I mean, what they can get out of this game is just, pretend that the game is 0-0 and just play the second half and then trying to, do a better job. And like we say, when we are in those situations, we're trying to win this half and then we build and trying to get ready for the next game.
Yeah. Yeah, that's well said. It does actually look like Pampolini and Ribeiro have switched positions so we got Ribeiro in the 6 now. Balin Young makes the run in the channel, lays it back to Bocce. Bocce will find Fontenot. Fontenot, he gets in behind, but sends the ball directly to the Valdosta backup keeper. It's already putting up a pretty impressive stat line for a backup keeper with probably 7 or 8 shots faced, all saves. And he's going to have to save another one here. Fontenot makes no mistake that time. That's an easy one.
Yeah, that was a good job on Pensacola to capitalize the other team's mistake. That's the things that we were talking about earlier, that you need to stay focused and build, for the games to come. When the other teams make a mistake like that, you got to be able to put the ball in the back of the net. If this game is 0-0, this could be, a moment that you got to take advantage of it. So good job on side putting the ball in the back of the net.
Absolutely.
Looks like more subs coming in.
Yeah, that's Nacho heading off. Nacho and Hernandez. Sai went off? Yep. All right.
Yeah, it looked like Nacho and Sai went off, and Max came in.
Who else?
I'm not sure who's the other one. It's on the far end.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's Kenta Yagi. Kenta got on the score sheet against Sawigans. So Max and Kenta. Ooh boy, heavy tackle there. Kenta with his first touch of the game. Goal. That's how you come on the field and make an impact. Wow. Both subs is Max takes a big heavy hit in the middle of the park. Fortunately, no injury there, but keeps the ball for the Pelicans. Pelicans able to find Kenta Yagi, and that makes the total 9 for your Pelicans, 0 for Valdosta. As we mentioned earlier, your senior Pelicans will be on the road taking on GAFA for their 3rd game of the season.
The academy, I believe, will be home
Academy
next
will be
Wednesday. Is
home
that correct?
On Wednesday, yes, sir. Bocce trying to. There's Max. Max on the ball. He'll find Dudu. Dudu will reset. Now you've had Ribeiro at UWF this last season. What do you think of him as a player?
Yeah, he's a high level player that comes from a good background from Brazil. Unfortunately, he had to sit down last year due to some NCAA rules and stuff. But he's ready now, and we're really looking forward to have him on the lineup this coming fall.
Yeah, I've been. I haven't seen a lot of him. You know, I'm just seeing him for the first time. As you said, he didn't play last season for UWF, but he's looking like a very strong addition to the Pelicans. Here's our new player, Balin Young. Yagi looking to apply some pressure, create the turnover. Nice interchange there between Young and Axel into Yagi. Yagi, ooh, that one's off the post, just off the outside of the post. So one of the things I was talking with Coach Logan about before the game, he was telling me he had to make some difficult decisions about his starting lineup coming into this game. And you know, as a coach, one of the things that you really want to have in your environment is competition at every position. I mean, even if you're good, it's super important that you have other people behind you pushing you, and I think that's something that the Pelicans have in a little bit more depth this year and really helps us be a better team.
Yeah, we always talk about it as like a tough problem to have. You know, you like to have a couple guys, you know, that can play for each position, that they're always pushing each other at training sessions, and that, you know, that healthy competition at training, and every week, you know, you battle for a spot on the 18 roster, and every game requires different personnel and things like that. That I think that have those kind of decisions to make is also important. You know, you have injuries, you have all other strong, so keeping everybody sharp and fit and ready to go is very important.
There's this little known coach, I think he goes by the name, talks about creating competition in the training environment, and even at a club as rich in talent as Man City, he emphasizes the importance of having players at every position that push you. Tell you what, our guest commentators, Layla Whitkin and Graham Newsom, come back into the press box here with some delicious smelling food. Oddly, though, they brought nothing for the main commentators, Lawal and Whitkin. It's kind of rude, I must say. You never come to a party without a present for the hosts.
Do you want a bite?
All right, another sub there. It looks like Pampolini's gone off, and
Isaac
Kamara comes onto the field. Isaac, I think this is his fourth season with the Pelicans. So another one of those veterans that helps, you know, with the chemistry, and great to have veterans to go along with the new faces. See. Oh, that's another sub. I must have missed that one. Colin Spuler has come on the field. Tough situation for Valdosta with the Pelicans having, some quality players coming in, and these are guys, they are going to want to prove themselves. So there's going to be no let off for Valdosta here as these new Pelicans look to impress. Like that from Ribeiro. Just calm under pressure. Really good. Really good there. Pena with a big swing with the left boot. Doesn't find the frame, but so yeah, we've got a whole new midfield now, and not sure if there's any more subs. I think we may have put them all in at this point. Boateng sends it long from the back. Kenta Yagi, through ball. Hernandez, he's got pace. Keeper comes out. Keeper did a nice job of getting off his line early there because Hernandez was through. Got about a quarter of the game left. We're just into the 68th minute. Pelicans on top by the score of 9-0. Brewer. Looks like he's occupying the left. Oh, good effort out. A nice reverse ball there. Look at that ball. And Yagi, almost a spectacular effort at controlling that ball. Ooh, that ball is sent in. Axel, keeper was out. If he gets his head up there, I think he has an opportunity to put that in the back of the net. Valdosta here in the attacking third. Just looking for something to feel good about. And Pensacola. Play out the back. Over here to Bocce. Pena comes to pick it up in the middle. It's a little slow on the ball there. Our new player, Balin Young. Young finds Axel. Axel into Spuler. Spuler with plenty of space here. Takes a nice touch inside. Good recovery by the Valdosta right back there. With a good sliding tackle. It looked like Looked like Spuler might have been in on goal. Saw Yagi going out to take the corner. Right-footed in-swinger. Ribeiro maybe looking to get on the end of this one. That ball's in the mix. Ooh, got to attack that ball. Ooh. Ball is still in play, apparently. Ribeiro. Wow. Wow. There was a lot of things that just happened. Huh. Well, I thought we scored, but we didn't. Boateng into Pena. Couple times now that Max has been a little bit slow on the ball there. I know it's a game where you feel comfortable, but got to see that pace of play.
Yeah, I need to get the ball moving a little faster to try to keep the flow of the game. He's taking way too many touches.
Mendoza, that's a nice ball into Spuler. Spuler, again, credit. Oh, huh. Pretty sure he just got away with one there. Not sure what just happened. Is the game over?
Maybe doing a water break, doing to the heat.
Okay. Okay. Didn't have a water break in the first half, but.
Very odd to have a water break.
Yeah.
The 75th minute, but.
It'd be nice if we had a refreshment break in here.
With some food brought up to us.
And our guest host.
You want me to take your order?
What do you guys want?
No, we'll wait till the end now. That food sure looked good, though. For all the people watching on the stream, what did you have?
I had classic pulled pork sandwich, delicious, nice cool refreshments in there. Make sure you guys come down and get some.
What do you think about the new Pelican Punch?
Well, I haven't tried it, but I have heard great reviews, so.
I hope you didn't.
You better not have tried it. The Pelican Punch might have a little kick that is not appropriate for those of you who are under 21, and Miss Whitkin here is not. So she said the right answer. '75th minute here, and Pelicans on top 9-0. Some new players looking to make an impression. go check it out.
It's like those $60, you know, like top
Mm-hmm. Good quality.
Some like Western African food too. You should order separately.
Cool.
They said I've been, you know, wanting to go just
Navarre, you said?
He's around there, like Mary Esther or whatever that is.
Okay, yeah,
Just like past Navarre.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not too far from here.
Yeah.
But it's supposed to be like really good.
All right, last little bit here. See if the Pelicans can at least play good soccer. That's mainly what I'm concerned about at this point. Pena makes the turn. Finds Young to Pena. Back to Young.
Yeah, Young came in, bring a lot of energy, very dynamic, moving all over the place. I mean, he's coming ready to play, despite the score.
Just looking at his socks, does Young have those new like micro shin guards? What is the deal there?
It might be. It looks like
I mean,
short socks seems to be very, very low.
I don't know about you, Felipe, but I don't know. I would require that my players wear proper shin guards.
Yeah, I do that. I'm old school. I like the proper.
I've just seen too many injuries, right? Like
exactly.
The people that they say it's performance. That's in your head. It's not change. It's not really affecting your performance. Come on.
Nah, those normal size shin guards should not affect your performance.
Valdosta will play the ball out to the right. Defended by Hernandez. That's Spuler on the attack. Axel steaming through the middle. Spuler will keep the ball though. And that ball will trickle out for a Pensacola corner.
We got to give some credit to Valdosta. Despite the first half, they haven't given up at all. They keep putting the fight. It's only 2-0 the second half, if you look at it that way.
Yeah.
And they still been playing good soccer, fair. No crazy, dirty tackles or anything silly or harassing the referee or anything like that. They got to give props to them.
Yep, totally agreed. They're still playing hard. Ball whipped in. Ooh, could feel it coming with Rivera. He's gotten on very close several times now. Valdosta looking to build out of the back. That ball's picked off by the Pelicans. Here's Yagi steaming through the middle. He'll have a shot. And that's a foul. And the Pelicans will have no foul. I guess just a corner kick. Give Ribeiro yet another chance. Get his head on one of these corners. And he did, just as I called for, but unable to get over that one. That looked like a pretty clean look to me, though. He probably wishes he had that one back a little bit. Kamara with the interception. Ribeiro out to Hernandez. Excuse me. Hernandez pokes it away, wins it back. And Pelicans will reset back through Mendoza. Hernandez sends it through to Young. Is he onside? He is. Oh, beautiful layoff there to Yagi. Yagi, that ball's blocked. That could have gone anywhere. But it'll go out for a corner to your Pelicans. Nice little interchange there between two of the second half substitutes, Yagi and Young. As you said, Young very active, getting out of the 9 into both channels. Oh my goodness. And they look to reset. I am pretty sure that Ribeiro has headed every single corner. They just haven't gone into the net.
Yeah, this one was more like with his shoulder, I think.
Yeah.
I don't think he quite got much of his head, but yeah, he does a really good job to get there and put himself in a good situation. Just missing by a little detail to put the ball back in the net.
The rare sloppy pass there from Mendoza sends it out for a Valdosta throw. Valdosta free kick here. See if they choose to send one towards the box. Hey, shot on goal. That was well struck there by Valdosta's left back. Forcing, I'm pretty sure, what is the first save from Mendoza this afternoon. Oof. Another little sloppy play from Pelicans. Let's not have that. Couple sloppy plays here. Kind of thing we've talked about. Quick feet from Bocce there. He'll send it over to Kenta Yagi. Good first touch. Oh, Yagi. Unable to roll it into the back of the net. You want to see some composure there. You want to see him finish that.
Yeah, can't miss goals like that. You know, despite the results, you got to put the ball in the back of the net.
No, he did. Great first touch, took it in stride, put himself in a good position. Defender came back, bothered him a little bit, but still he was clean in on goal. attacking down the left wing here. Heading into the last couple minutes of this half, folks. Appreciate all of you tuning in, supporting the Pelicans as we get ready to close the book on the home opener for the 2025 season. Be a nice win. Pelicans should improve to 2-0 with this result. And I believe they'll be sitting on top of the league, which is where we expect to find ourselves. It's a good start for all the Pelican teams. Got both the senior and academy team without a loss. The academy team with a win and a tie. Senior team notching its second win. And on the women's side, the senior women got off to a good start last night with a 2-0 win. And the women's academy battled to a 1-1 draw with Gulf Coast United. So all four teams doing well. One of the cool things this season is we've got both the senior team and the academy team for both men and women competing in the same league. So it's especially for those academy players, it's a great opportunity to really test themselves. Here's Boateng. Boateng found himself in the attacking third and looked just like a center defender.
Yeah, that's the thing that we say. If the center back was technical, he would be a midfielder. If the midfielder would be faster, they'll be wingers. If the wingers could score, they'll be the number 9. So that's kind of how it goes.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're home listening to us and watching the game stream, you definitely need to come out to Ashton Brosnaham and watch those teams play live. They're very fun to watch it. The men's team has a lot of top college players that they do really well in college. The academy has a lot of promising young guys that will be in college next year. The same goal for the girls. So you definitely need to come out here and watch those guys play.
Yeah, this is not what I want to see, though, as Ribeiro is on the ground and has remained on the ground after just a really unnecessary, silly challenge.
Looked like that's it. Looks like they called the game.
All right. Well, let's hope that Ribeiro's okay here, folks. I mean, overall, a great performance for the Pelicans. Congratulating them on their second victory of the season. A little bit muted here by concern for Ribeiro. I want to see him hop up. Looks like he's getting up now. But again, I want to thank all of you guys for tuning into the stream, and we'll have a couple more games on tap this week, and love to have you join us again. Thanks, Felipe, for joining me in the box. Appreciate you.
Of course, thanks for having me, and you guys have a good rest of your afternoon.
Absolutely. Signing off. When someone has been hurt, when someone's been wrong, they've suffered a financial loss, they've suffered a physical loss, they don't know where to turn. They don't know what to do, and usually they're at a point in their life where they don't even have the resources, and that's where we want to help.
Our attorneys have hundreds of years of combined experience in personal injury and pharmaceutical litigation. Contact us today at 844-794-7402.